There we go. Sweet. But is the audio working better now? Oh, what a pain in the ass. Well, good. Glad to hear it. Ironically, I spent money on a different camera and a mic setup and so on, and apparently it's giving me more issue than just a webcam. Well, we're 14 minutes late. Let's blaze into some questions. You guys got questions yet? I saw Jose was messaging me on Instagram. Check and see what that was about. Try now. Hey guys, if we have 10 people in here, could we get like roughly 10 likes on this hoe of a video? Sorry it took so long to start. Best gold to use? Best gold like metallic gold or like transparent like a candy gold? You won't get me admitting to any candy gold as being a good idea. For metallic gold, I actually just like waltz gold or prismatic gold. Transparent, there isn't any. There's none that I can suggest that I would feel good suggesting. There's one, trying to think of the name of it. It's actually not called gold. It's called something brass that Prismatic sells. It's the one that sprays the best. How many CF, I assume M, does your blast pot require? I actually don't know how much it requires. I want to say it's like 16. I just use the Harbor Freight one, the 110 pound. So I think it's like 16 or 14 or something, 14.6. I have over 20. My compressor shuts off while I'm using it. Or shuts off while I'm blasting, I should say. With candies clear, no clear. Depends on the chemical makeup of the candy. I tend to clear the urethanes for whatever reason. I think they look better. Non-urethanes, I tend not to. Well, I'm glad it's better, y'all. FPV server. I think I just put out the. I'm gonna actually add it in here real quick. I just put out the schedule. I think that one's coming out Thursday. Let me look and verify. Yeah. So the 24th, which is Thursday, that one's going to be coming out. What was that glitter powder? I actually have it right here. I don't know how well that is going to show up on here. Probably roughly not at all. Yeah, it's not going to focus. But this is just a, it's like long. Let me see if I can get some on my finger and show you guys. No, it won't focus. Damn it. It's just like long pieces of unicorn pussy. Like it's like long, shimmery foil pieces. I'm not really sure. It doesn't have a name yet. Might be calling it unicorn penis. I haven't actually tried it yet. I'll be trying it in the next day or so. But it's a cool color so far. Yeah, Richard, it's because it's not up. I have one that's up that's listed as like private, and I can't take it off private. I have no idea what the deal is. I got to re-upload it, but it's on this other computer that's being fixed, so I don't know exactly what I can do. You don't use the media that goes down on your cabinet. No, everything has to get reloaded into the blasting pot. So yeah, no, I don't use the stuff that goes down in the cabinet. There are cabinets that are pressurized that will pull that media down, and you can keep using it. I don't know what they're called actually. A local coder to me, or a guy local to me that codes in this garage has one. Scott, no, I don't think so. This glitter, you legitimately, it's so thin you can't even feel it. I mean, there's a piece on my finger right now, and there's nothing I can do to feel this. So I'm guessing it's going to work out, but I don't know. So yeah, but City Lights is like a big weird flake, and that color sucks. How's the hand? Hand's fine. Still got the pink thing going on here, or pink straps. I was complaining that these are getting too long because my hand is getting small, and I could just cut them. Probably should have done that. I'll do that after this video. John Bushnell, the blast media I use is 3060 Green Diamond. Actually, just picked some more up today. Although 10X just sent me a video, or a video. Sorry, 10X just sent me a bit of their product to sample. I'm gonna try wiping this camera off. So sorry, y'all. I don't know if it'll actually get better. They just sent me their 10X product. I don't remember which one they sent me. I want to say it said something about 7100, but I don't know what that means. I'm going to be doing just a comparison using their settings versus what I use with my media on my setting, just to see. I mean, I told him, I was pretty honest with him. He agreed to send me free product. They even paid for the shipping and everything. Just so that I could check it out for the channel. But I told him it'd have to be really good because I can, get Green Diamond for $13 for a 100-pound bag, 10 minutes from here. So unless it's absolutely amazing, it's going to be a pretty hard sell for me. I'm doing the testing more for you guys. I don't have much use for this particular media unless I can get it here local for real cheap. What's up, Andrew? All these green names in here. Shouts to you guys. Let's see. I lose color on City Lights. Just turns to white dots carrying too long. Yeah, that's the biggest issue with City Lights is that flake does actually burn out. Rainbow Zen, the flake that's in that, is a little bit different, and it seems to last a little bit better. Or a little bit. It seems to do a little bit better color-wise. But yeah, it's usually an issue where you're carrying it too long. How many uses do you get from 3060 Green Diamond before you replace it with new? I have not bought new Green Diamond in over 2 months now. I just bought some today because it's finally getting broken up and dusty enough that I want to replace it. And I blasting's going on every single day here, so all things considered, I mean, it lasts pretty well for, that's $26 for 200 pounds. It's pretty hard to beat. Andrew, I did. Look, we got Bentley's photos back up there. I got Molly. I don't know where I can point. There we go. Molly's over here that I haven't hung up yet, but I will be soon enough. Let's see. Mark. Man, that's a tough question. There is no set number, honestly. Super Chrome was notorious for going crappy and starting to turn yellow every time you cured it. There's Other powders. I mean, I have powders. I have a powder that's been discontinued since 2010 that I just sprayed recently, and it's amazing still. So, I mean, it's all relative. I would say that there's. I don't know what the variables are. I don't know if it's a matter of like the chemical makeup or anything. But something goes on with it. And I would say, I mean, generally speaking, I would say it's a couple of years, but I know that on some of the packaging I've seen that, it's got a shelf life of 6 to 8 months. So, like I said, I have powder that's discontinued forever and it still works great. Doesn't mean all powder that's that old is going to work great, or even powder that's 2 years old is going to be great. What's up, Green Mountain? Oh, nice, Richard. Yeah, they're good ovens, man. I've had mine since 2008. The only thing that's ever gone, well, I had a PID, maybe 2 PIDs go out over time, but in 12 years, that's not bad. And then, I've replaced the elements. The elements are luckily pretty easy to replace. It's a bummer when they go out, but they are easy to replace. Oh, yeah, High Temp Masking contacted me. We're going to do another giveaway. Haven't exactly figured out what we're going to do yet for the giveaway. Talking to him about some different ideas. Prismatic jumped on board, and actually so did Hudson Durable Goods. Hudson Durable Goods, we're going to be doing a giveaway this next week. Yes, Dan, the audio sounds fine now, but it's not using the same setup that we tested the other day that worked fine. So, go figure. So you run your pot hose into the cabinet through the hole that the gravity nozzle went through? I ran it through. Yeah, I think it was the hole that air came in originally. But I ended up, I think I had to make it bigger. But my hose fits through it perfect. I didn't put like a grometer on it or anything. It just like I shoved it through and it's perfect. Yeah, Andrew, this is the new computer. Let's see. What nozzle do you use? I have a 100-pound pot. I want to use my Scat Blast. Scott, I still use the Harbor Freight nozzles. The gun that I use is not the Harbor Freight gun, but it's identical. If you look at them side by side, they're literally identical. Mine's just not the Harbor Freight one. And then I just buy their nozzles. I think it's like $8 for 4, and you can't use the one. But I mean, you spend $8 for 4, and you get a few months out of them. Easily a few months. Yeah, mine's a Deadman Type 2. I actually push the pin out of the little handle on mine, so it doesn't have the Deadman thing on it anymore, and then I just use the valve to turn everything on and off. It's not ideal, but it's right next to the cabinet, so I didn't like the Deadman part of it. I didn't like because it seemed like it would load the hose full of sand occasionally, and I didn't like that part of it. Josh Beeling, you said ouch, but I don't know. Oh, it's probably you're talking about Sten's comment. Got it. Yeah, he's a jerk. Should have never been his friend. Have you heard of the Ameriblaster pot upgrade kit? Yeah, man. I got on the Ameriblast Facebook group. Somebody added me to it, I think, off this channel. And I got in there and I asked him. I was legitimately asking, wasn't trying to be a smartass or anything. I was legitimately asking him what made his kit better than me just going and buying half-inch fittings from like a Home Depot. And he kicked me out of the group immediately. So I'm not too sure. I didn't do anything. I wasn't in there trying to cause trouble. I was legitimately just asking a question. Dude caught an attitude. I saw that he had replied. I clicked his reply. His reply was pretty angry, and then I went to reply to it, and that's when I found out that I was banned. So, kind of is what it is. I kind of just chalked that up to, that reminds me more of Eastwood. Eastwood doesn't want me to test their gun, so they give me a refund and don't want to send it to me. I figured it was along the same lines. I totally would have bought his product if I thought it worked better. I mean, honestly, his product doesn't look like anything but fittings from Home Depot welded. He bought steel fittings instead of brass, and he welded them together. Other than that, it looks pretty much identical. Yeah, Eastwood guns suck. We know that in here. I'm gonna have to make that a one of the members only images that can be put up. Eastwood goods. Let's see. Looking up 3-piece wheels. I have some work. VSS's, I assume. 2 wheels are leaking. One has a weld on the barrel. Do you do repairs? Or yeah, we do repairs for this stuff like that all the time. If it's welded, it's leaking past the weld between the lip and barrel? Or are you saying it has a weld on the barrel and that's what's causing the leak, like the tire won't seat? Let me know, Juicy. I don't know if I'm answering your question. Yeah, Andrew, I got banned in a couple different powder groups, and then I finally just left powder groups as a whole. There's a company that makes a red cabinet with a pressure pot, but they are terrible to deal with. Yeah, there's the guy local to me has it's like a pressurized cabinet. I don't know exactly even how it works. He's got a pressurized cabinet, and he seems to love it. He told me that I should get one. I've been pretty content with mine, so no reason for me to upgrade. Yeah, Mark. On the other computer, as soon as the other computer is back up and running, I can finally put all those videos back up. I'm on a computer that was just purchased to be able to do this, basically. The tire seats and holds air, but it slowly leaks. I got to see it's from the weld. Yeah, absolutely, Juicy. It's just unknowncoatings@gmail.com, man. You can message me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that stuff. Oh, hey, Nate. My arm is good. I sent you a picture of my scar. I was actually just cutting the straps on my brace. Nate's asking because Nate's my tattoo artist, folks. And as you saw, he's who recently did the mask logo on my arm again, and then I got a full arm brace, and he couldn't keep going even though I had an appointment. So that was a bummer. But yeah, Nate, I still got this brace, but this one comes off, so we can get back into getting wild. Notice you use lots of yellow high temp tape. Is it any better than the green tape you can purchase on Amazon? Yeah, and I actually get mine off of Amazon. I use it's not yellow, it's like amber. If you type in amber high temp tape, you'll see that the two different ones come up. One that's like kind of like a yellowish gold color, and one that's like a true like amber orange color. Once you use that, you'll probably never want to use the green tape again, honestly. The only disadvantages to the orange tape or amber tape, whatever, it's not as rigid. So when you go to cut it, you have to pull it like with one hand and while you're cutting on the edge of something. And then I suggest pulling it. I actually, for the green tape as well, suggest pulling it while your part's still warm. Mostly because it seems like it breaks up into smaller pieces when it cools down, and it has powder layered onto it, which you're not going to want, obviously. So pull it warm. It pulls off in one big sheet. I'm sure you guys have seen it in some of my videos. All right, Nate, October. I'm down. Oh, yeah, you're out, like, hunting for animals or something in Idaho, right? Actually, forgot about that. Happens in locksmith groups, and if you don't watch what you ask or say. Yeah, Andrew, I don't know. I'm not the one that's ever going to bite my tongue. I mean, if I get kicked out of a good group, I get kicked out of a group. I don't really care. I mean, it's not... You're definitely not going to ruin my day by kicking me out of a random Facebook group that I don't give a shit about. You know what I mean? 29 watching, only 13 likes. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him fast 450. I have this thing. It's supposed to encourage people to give more likes, but I don't want to be like I don't want to be like other channels where they're begging for likes though either. So if you guys want to do that for me, feel free. Oh yeah, big shout out. I see that some of you guys with green names in here, the members. We're up to 36 members, as you can see on here. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I actually didn't like my own video. I'd have to go to my own video just to like it, Andrew. It's actually a pain in the ass to try to do that in the way that this is set up. I know you guys can't see the screens that I look at, but I'm looking at two different screens, and one's controlling all the crap on the screen, and then the other one is showing me all the data from the stream itself. I guess I could go like my own video if it makes me feel better. Just kidding. Apparently I can't. Oh, there we go. There's nothing. Let's see. Favorite matte black, Tom. If you're gonna buy in bulk, I'd say matte black 2 from IFS. There's literally I haven't found anything that's even close to as good. The problem that I see with a lot of the matte blacks is they get kind of like a dingy gray color to them. That's obviously hideous in the end. If you're buying small amounts, silk satin black from Prismatic is definitely a matte black. I know it's called silk satin black, but it's not satin at all. But honestly, I mean, if you get together with IFS, I think you can get a 50 or 55 pound box it's like $200 shipped for, you're spending less than $4 a pound shipped, if I remember correctly. Hey, thanks for the kind words about this channel. I appreciate it. What did I have done to my arm as far as like why am I wearing this stupid brace? I had a surgery done from a car accident back in 2017. You can see actually the bandage finally came all the way off, and you might not be able to even tell. I don't know. You can kind of see the scar. This camera like autofocuses in the weirdest way possible. So anyway, it's just like a plain old surgery, hopefully to fix things. Let's see. When doing clear top coat, do you fully cure or partially cure before applying the clear? Partial. Clear is not any different than anything else. I would say maybe the exception of that is acrylic clear, just because it typically has a lower cure cycle. But no, you just do a partial cure. Flow out plus a couple minutes is kind of how I end up doing it, and then pull it out, let it cool, and throw the clear. Laurent, hey, welcome. Green is from Belgium, huh? Damn. Wait, what time is it in Belgium right now? It's got to be very early in the morning, right? Yeah, IFS, Tom, I will say this, man, the problem with IFS is the salespeople suck. They're the worst salespeople. Getting a text or a call back or email back is impossible. Luckily, I have another contact at IFS, and I can contact him, and then he gets a hold of my salesperson to make it all work for me. It's, not the way it should be, obviously. It's a huge pain in the ass to deal with it that way. But they definitely are, their super wet black is amazing. Their matte black 2 is amazing. They have a satin black that's pretty good. I try to avoid satin blacks. I think most of them look really chintzy and cheap. And the satin black that I'm using now is actually from Sherwin-Williams. I like theirs a little bit better. What about gloss black? What supplier? So IFS Super Wet Black or Sherwin-Williams Powdura Mirror Black 2. Mirror Black 2 and IFS Super Wet Black are basically identical. Spray the same, the smell the same. I mean, coverage is the same. Sergio, do you have shop shirts and hats coming out? I do. I don't know about hats. Maybe. Hats is a maybe. Shirts is a yes. Mark Gomez. Just getting in powder coating. Need yours and everyone here advice on the Cool Coat 3.0 DWP. I just used it. Just got it used for 600 with powder and hoppers. Well, it's a good deal. I mean, ultimately, like, there's still going to be some limitations with that gun, but for $600, you're still ahead of the game. Looks way better than the first pick you put out. What? Which one, White Pony? Oh, the scar looks better than all the bandages and crap that were on my arm. Oh, 337 is not that bad. I don't know why. I have no concept of what the time would be in Belgium, clearly, but for some reason I thought it'd be later into the morning. What did you just coat, Laurent? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Damn it, Richard, you're putting me in a weird position because Prismatic is on as a sponsor on here now. Yeah, there's some definite issues with ink black. I don't like the fact that it scratches incredibly easy. Any thin spot is a defined brown spot, which sucks. But besides that, no. I mean, those are the two little issues. I don't like the fact that it doesn't matter how much ink black you buy, it's still expensive. It's still talking $10 a pound, which when you can buy super wet black from IFS for less than $4 a pound, it's not. I mean, if you're doing any sort of decent amount of powder coating, you're going to do a lot of gloss black. So it makes more sense just to go buy a 55-pound box of that and just keep it around. It doesn't go bad, or I haven't had it ever go bad. Oh yeah, White Pony. It definitely looks better. It's moving right along. 4 Steelies, Candy Orange and Gun Metallic. What's INS mean? Are you asking me, Green Mountain? Probably saying IFS. Just a guess. Yeah, IFS. I have no idea. It's a company. I don't know what it stands for. They just sent me more paperwork the other day. I have it sitting here somewhere. Your message only says 4 black, and it's making me approve it. Thinks you're trying to be racist. Yeah, I found super durable gloss black. Yeah, I've never liked the super durable line of stuff that I've seen from Columbia. Everybody's had that same complaint about it. So it kind of is what it is, everybody has their preference. There's people who swear by ink black. I would assume that it's people who have never used any other powder or any other gloss black powder, because ink black, although it is a great deep black and it's shiny every time, overcuring it a tiny bit kills the gloss. Like I said, thin spots turn brown. It's just not, to me, not worth the hassle. What's your stance on Corona rings? I have never used one. That being said, I know I've never seen anybody complaining about them. So it's one of the, I can't tell you that it's not going to work because I've never. I can't tell you either way just because I've never used it. So. Let's see. What is the Ford black you used in one of your videos, and was it strong? Ford. I think that was the match to Ford Tuxedo black. It's probably the one you're asking about. Yeah, was it strong as in like against scratches, or what do you mean? I cleared it just because it was a color match to a car. Oh, it's a super wet black Green Mountain. Yeah, I don't know. I've never tested it without clear. I tend to clear most of the metallics. I just think it makes the color look a little bit better. Oh, whoa. This thing just scrolled a bunch. Let's see. I found on older discolored metal objects from my jobs turn out better when I apply a chrome-like finish first, then top coat it with something like solid metallic blue. Yeah. Well, I think I found on older discolored metal objects. So you're saying like you don't do any prep work to even out whatever the finish work would be? Because if that's the case, like it's not the. I mean, I guess it's the chrome making it seem better, but it's ultimately going to be something like a primer. Any color is going to make it look better because it's whatever's underneath it is enough or is affecting your color on the top. If that makes sense. Legendary. I want to buy more hoppers from you. Oh yeah, hit me up. I don't have any. There'll be some coming in. There's none here available right now. Yeah, White Pony. I know, and I still haven't finished it. Literally, I don't even think I've touched it since then. Um, I haven't touched the oven itself to be able to create the video. It's literally just sitting there. So, do you plan on building and selling Fast 450? Yeah, I mean, I have that video coming out on Thursday. It's gonna show you guys how to make them, and ultimately, I think it would make more sense that you guys could just go pick up the stuff and do them yourself. But I mean, I could sell them if it really came down to it. Supposedly, I heard word that Columbia is selling the same old school or same style hoppers as the old ones with a little bit of a variation, which you might be able just to buy those and modify it slightly to make it like mine. I guess you have to wait and see till the video's on. Their video's up, I should say. Super wet black from IFS. I think it's polyester. I don't remember. I don't have it sitting in front of me. Maybe somebody can look it up. I have too many windows open already. I only have a wire brush with a high-speed wheel. I don't have access to a sandblaster. Then yeah, it's you're more just creating an even colored base, Jay. Honestly, you could spray 2 coats of the metallic blue or whatever that you're referencing, and have the same result. Gun nozzle and settings to help eliminate orange peel on flat surfaces. Put it in a hot oven or ramp up heat. When you say flat surfaces, do you mean like flat panels, just like sheet metal? Because ultimately, like the flat tip, like the fan tips, are the best ones to use for that. Laurent, my name is Sean. Sorry, I always, I guess I just assume that people know my name, and I have no idea why. I know more people do because of the UKC Army group that there's more people in. So, oh yeah, Green Mountain, it's polyester. Yeah. Legendary, awesome. Oh yeah, about the hoppers. Yeah, just hit me up. I can let you know when there's more of the actual hoppers available. That style of hopper, at least. Do you guys like the idea of having like me putting out basically a schedule for the week, like the one that I posted earlier, and put it back up here. You like the idea of putting something like this up, just so you see it'll have like the live Q&A schedule as well as what videos are coming out when. Sweet. Yeah, I'll try to do that every week. I know. Sticking to it will be the hard part. Yeah, you can use prismatic clear on IFS powder. It's not so much the brand that matters on powder. It's more the chemical makeups between the two. And there's sometimes ones that you can't use, but that would be within every brand. That's not brand specific at all. Any thoughts on 710's new what? I don't know what you mean, Andrew. Oh, it just gave me this. Let's see. Hold on here. Show. Let's see. All right. What is the purpose of changing microamps? What does it do? Microamps is kind of the complicated one. So kV essentially is how much voltage you're putting in relation to getting powder to stick to a part. I mean, conceptually, the higher the kV, the more powder sticks. There's way too many variables outside of that for that to just be a generic comment, but that's pretty much how it works. I mean, you spend the microamps to me make less of a deal. Sorry, I'm just reading a message here from somebody. 1 second. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, what you want is you want the highest kV you can run without causing problems like back ionization, and the lowest microamps is usually how it works. So I mean, changing it, you're going to be adjusting microamps less and less overall, like, especially as you gain experience. At least in my opinion, there'll be times that you'll want to increase them. Like if you are, say you have a Faraday cage and you got to work, you have to get in tight into a corner. You don't want to have high microamps. You want your microamps to be like as low as possible, because those are the things that are going to start to cause you problems. Let's see. I liked your story last time about you getting into powder coating because the local guys were dicks. It's exactly why I'm getting into it. Same experience. Well, hopefully you don't live in Utah and think I'm a dick then. No, I'm just kidding. Did you not see their Q&A last week? I didn't, Andrew. What am I missing? Give me the cliff notes or the meeting minutes or whatever. I'm still in the market for a new gun. I guess the gun you sell would be too expensive for shipping to Belgium. I don't know. I just checked the shipping to some other country, and it was actually less than I thought it would be, but I assumed that it was going to be crazy expensive. Let's see. Dean Tincher, do work. Thanks. I will be doing work. Prices, man. Having them with can't ask other powder coaters. All of them are dicks. 4-cylinder valve covers. 4-cylinder valve cover for me starts at $100. If it's goes to 2-stage, it goes up from there depending on what it is. If it's a metallic with a clear, it's going to be less than a chrome with a candy. For Brembo calipers, I start if you bring me calipers fully disassembled, nothing in them, and you just want single stage, it's $300 for the set. 15-inch wheels would be $300 single stage. My price, that price is a little lower, I know, than a lot of places in the United States, but that's just kind of what my area requires. That's single stage, and then it'd be $380 for two stage. Richard, yeah. So there's different settings. You can have it be manual, but it does a lot of its adjusting on its own. Yes, depends on what setting you have it in. Green Mountain, why? I don't know. You're saying getting done. Let's see. Moving and downsizing back to a home garage. What is? Oh. Down. Okay. Downsizing from where they're at now and into a home garage. I thought they were moving into, like, they had like a big fancy shop set up in Missouri or something like that. They were moving shops to Missouri, and they had some brand new shop. Didn't they do a video from like a brand new shop that was still under construction? What up, Jason? No sad faces, Jason. It fell through. How did it fall through? Like what? In a video, they said that they had signed a lease or something and sent the deposit. What could have fallen through? Or why don't they just find another shop? Because I would assume now, like looking at the videos, isn't their shop super small? So going in, like, I don't know how they're going to downsize from that and still be functional. Sand finally hung the dog. Sounds terrible, Stacy, but I know what you mean. Throw Bentley in the mix here, just so he can be cool looking. The lease didn't go through, huh? Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't have any real thoughts on it. I was, I guess, under the impression that they were a successful business and continuing to grow. So I don't know if that means there's more to it or what. Jason, make me smile. The least, oh, it didn't go through. They are not successful. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what kind of money they're making. It's definitely not the weed. Oh, so he didn't give any like real explanation, huh? The landlord needed to put a sprinkler system in and was using 710's money to do it. Well, I don't know. I don't know how the pricing works in Missouri necessarily, but the sprinkler setup that was quoted in this shop was $30,000. So I don't know what their I don't know if their first and last in deposit or whatever they were going to be doing for their lease was going to cover 30 grand, especially in Missouri. I would assume that you can get things down there fairly cheap. Oh, they lost the lease. They lost the lease where they're at now in Colorado? Weren't they just in like a storage thing or something? The guy's a joke, honestly. Yeah. Could be true. Could be true. Don't know. Oh, the building sold? Well, did they know? When did they have to move? if the building sold, I mean, like that, they would have known that it was available and going to be sold, right? Any bright fine flake metallic silver powders you could recommend? I've tried 5 or 6 from Prismatic. They look more gray than silver after clearing. Does it need to be like a true metallic? So, I guess a couple recommendations on like a good silver for wheels. Silverdillo from IFS is one of the best, just like off the shelf, looks like a nice OEM wheel color. I use heavy silver a ton. I use Porsche silver quite a bit, BMW silver. Trying to think. There's another Silverstone, I think, is one of the ones that I just used recently. I really like that one. So, do you have anything you can email? Oh, on the gun. Yeah, White Pony, send an email just to unknowncoatings@gmail.com. Now, like they're moving now? They're moving this week? Well, when did they find out about it? You guys are making it sound like they just found out about it. Maybe for blasting in the parking lot and making a crap pile out of it. Oh, 710. Okay, I was like, I don't blast in my parking lot. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever used PPG? There was a person near me who used to sell powder. I think I mentioned her in the last live, and she would basically take big box powder, put it in bags, and sell it off. I had used one of their powders inadvertently. I didn't know what it was. I just wanted the color, but I can't say that I've intentionally shot that color or shot that brand and know anything about it, Sergio. Is there any way you can clear over Superchrome 2 without dulling it? Yeah, you can use ceramic clear. You can go on nicindustries.com, which is the father company, I guess, of Prismatic, and you can buy their clear ceramic. Just know that it's a pain in the ass to shoot. It smells terrible. The kind of running joke is pissing in the wind. You know, it's the same as pissing in the wind. Might work out, it might not. Richard Webb. Wait, Richard, what are you saying yes to? I must have missed that. White Pony. All right. Laurent, all those. No, none of those are from IFS. Well, the Silverdillo is from IFS. Everything else is from Prismatic. Almost everything I use is IFS or Prismatic, with the exception of some like big box blacks and stuff. From their Q&A, it seems like they just found out and had no time. I don't know. I don't know their situation, obviously. I can't imagine there's a situation where you had been doing everything you were supposed to in regards to your lease and then randomly have to move in a couple days. I would say that unless they already had like an issue with the landlord or something along those lines. But I don't know. I don't know their situation at all. It seems weird that you would find out and have to be moved within a week unless something had gone horribly wrong, obviously. It could be exactly what Fast 450 is talking about, for all I know. It would all just be guesses. Well, Lauren, you can always go back and watch this again. This will go back up. I do need to figure out how to make it include the live chat replay. I don't know why it gave me the option to do it the first time, and it hasn't since. I don't know why. Yeah, you can always rewatch it. You can't give it more thumbs up, but you can comment more. That's almost as good. I know if it wasn't so much work, I'd go back and put all like the kind of cliff notes from all this stuff and throw it up in like the description of the videos, but it's too hard. Yeah, Brody, Silverdillo is a great color. If you actually need like a true metallic, like you want to see the flake, I love heavy silver. There's a lot of people that use alien silver. I tend to not use it just because I'm sure that if everybody probably has the same issue that I had, I've seen other people at least have it, is that that flake that's in alien silver tends to stand on end a little bit, and you get kind of a rough finish. I've never had that happen with heavy silver, and the side by side they look nearly identical. So Silverdillo is more just like a mirror, not quite like a chrome, but close to that, like a poly. I mean, a Silverdillo looks a lot like the factory Audi trim. It's like a satin polished aluminum, if that makes sense. I'm sure if you repair wheels for a living, you've seen that trim on Audis. So Andrew Gerber, 29 likes. Let's get those numbers up. Hey, thanks, Andrew. I had like a little thumb reminder thing, but I don't think this one actually keeps playing, and I don't really know why. I don't think it ever becomes visible on this one. Brody, hey, no problem, Brody. Have I ever used 2K Clear over the Chrome? No. The only thing I've ever put 2K Clear before I started using the ceramic clear. I would put that over my plated parts, like gold and copper. You can't gold. You can get away with powder. Copper you can't because it changes color in the oven. So you just have to put an air dry ceramic clear over it. Go-to gloss black, IFS super wet black, or the Sherwin-Williams Powdera mirror black 2 3F. Wait, 3F, who are you? We talk, right? Like we talk somewhere else. Like on Instagram? Is that you? Am I thinking of the right person? Probably sounds creepy now that I'm saying it out loud. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go over and watch the video for 710. I don't know if you guys are just. I'm not saying you guys are missing something. I'm just saying like you guys watch the video so you know more about it than I do, obviously. But it wouldn't make much sense that they find out they have to move in a couple days or whatever. It got real quiet, awkwardly quiet. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, right, Richard. That I mean, I get that in the lease if they sold the property they would have to move, but there's no situation. You sell a piece of commercial property, you're gonna have closing. You're gonna have 30 days. You're not gonna have to move out in 4 days or whatever. There's no way. I mean, something just doesn't sound right about that. They either, something must have happened on the back end of that. Do you have a primer coat when doing steel wheels or anything steel to help with corrosion? Yeah, well, Fast 450, no, you don't have to, but you should. Especially steel wheels, the way that the two pieces come down and they have the welds on the back side, you'll almost always get rust into there. That's actually one of the only times that I spray anything hot. I'll actually spray the primer deep into those, then let it cool, and then go back and prime the whole thing. Because if not, you will definitely get rust coming out of those. It happens on factory wheels all the time, new factory wheels. Andrew, the building sold and the new owner not releasing. 710's new place couldn't get occupancy permits, and the place they're in now they are selling. Well, I'm shooting. I have many questions. As soon as you do a live, I forget everything. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I have a members only live, obviously coming up on Wednesday, but then we're also going to have kind of a live Q&A and / spray session out in the shop. It's going to start at noon. Well, it's 11 Pacific Standard Time, so I know some of the guys in other countries will have end up having some more ability to get on. I know I've had a bunch of people not complain, but message me and ask if I could do Q&As at a different time because they're in, Europe somewhere, and the time zone or the time difference is an issue. So tune in Sunday and bring a pen and paper, Lawrence. That'd be the best way to do it. Richard, that's what they said. Yeah, I don't know. To me, that doesn't make any sense. But it's not. I don't know enough about it, obviously. He got a new hat and he went crazy. Too much for his brain at once. Wait, who got a new hat? Has your website started up? So, Stacy, the website's actually there. It's on the backside of the coming soon thing, which I cannot get to come down. Dean, if you go down to the description of this video, there's a link. You can also just hit the join button, depending on how you're watching this video, actually. I know some of the ways, like I think people watch on an iPad or something, or if you watch on a smart TV, don't have the ability to hit the join button, but you can follow that link and it takes you to the same page. I'm actually going to be getting rid of the $1.99 one and the $8.99 one and just combining everything into the $4.99 one, just to make it easier for everybody. Everybody get the same thing. You'll get all the benefits essentially of the $8.99 in the $4.99. So it makes sense for everybody. Most of the members that I have done the $4.99 one, and it's kind of splits about a quarter on each side for the $1.99 and $8.99. So I just figured I'll just combine them all, make it easy, make it so people don't have to make any wild decisions about what's going on. Don't talk about the website. I'll stay awake for this, no probs. It's the best school. Well, thanks, Laurent. 710 guy had a new hat on his last video. Oh, well. I mean, to be fair, it's time. It was about time. Using rim strip, love it over B17. It was a struggle to get it to Puerto Rico, but found a freight forwarder who'd help me out. For 3/4 of a 50. Wait, what? Oh, I thought you were implying that you had filled part of your rim strip with water. Okay. So what I would do is, Sergio, you can get a pH reader, and that's going to tell you how acidic your water is, or how alkaline your water is. Obviously, you're going to want it to be, I think it's around like a 6 or a 7, if I remember correctly. I think it's 7. 7 is perfect. And you're going to want to just check it every so often. You can get one of those readers for $20 on Amazon or whatever. You can also get them from pool supply places. They're probably a more expensive version, but you can definitely get them there. And test your water, test your rinse out, and you can add more baking soda to get it closer to 7. I actually have it higher than 7, so that when I put something that's incredibly acidic in it, it helps neutralize it and then brings it back closer to 7, and then I'll have to add more baking soda and so on. But you get the general idea. Hands healing fine, 3F. I've taken this thing off multiple times on here. Feel like a stripper, but not in a good way. Hands healing. Got this fine scar here. It's getting better though, and I can do more with my wrist finally, which is nice. I think everybody probably gave him a hard time for that hat. That hat was gross. Not even here trying to talk shit or start shit, but that hat was gross. So don't even know why that would be an option to go on somebody's head, but it's like one of those things where it's like, well, why are you showering? Hey, Amy, will you go to the door for me? I think this guy's here to pick up those wheels that the tires aren't on yet. I don't want him to pull on the door and have the dogs freak out. I think. Yeah. Tell him to give me like 5 minutes, because I'm about to end this anyway, because we've been up for over an hour. So. No, he's at the other door, sweetie. Front door. Needed an oil change. Yeah, Andrew Toy is late. Well, this guy said he wanted to do it at like 9. It's 8:13 now. Greg, no. You can contact him. Um, I don't know. There's sales reps are like assigned areas, I guess. My sales rep sucks. I'll tell you right now. They're in Texas, I think. You might have better luck with them. I think they're in like Texas and somewhere else. They have 2 locations. So just get a hold of them and you can order stuff from them. I mean, if your salesperson's doing their job, it works incredibly well. It's super easy. It's just that hasn't really been the case any time that I've ever tried. So, all right, guys. Any other questions? Anything left? I'm not trying to cut out. I mean, I know it's been an hour. I'm gonna go handle this customer here in a second. Garrett Lay, this is unknowncoatings.com. If you guys haven't, hit that like button. No, Andrew, they have a website. They have a full website. I just don't think you can order stuff online until you have an account. Or I don't think you can order stuff at all until you have an account. You can order through email. That's what I've done in the past. You just can't go on and buy stuff. I don't think. Don't quote me on that. I actually text my sales rep for the most part to get what I want. And then when she doesn't reply, I text another sales rep. So I don't even think he's a sales rep. He's a guy named Jason that just works for IFS, and he ends up making sure everything gets handled for me. I hate to bug him because I know it's not even his job. So, all right, guys. Any other questions? We good? Okay, I'm gonna jump off here and start uploading I'm gonna upload this other video. This video, whatever, the random BMW parts. You guys enjoy yourself. If you guys want to become a member, join. Hit that ish up. Pick the $4.99 account though, because I'm getting rid of the other 2. You guys have a good night. Thanks for everything.